Hey guys, it's Steven. I talk to coaching clients on a daily basis, and to a T, almost all of those clients want one thing, and that's consistency in their trading. The only way that I know to get consistent after doing this for 30 years is to do the same setups over and over. You have to come in with a defined setup with clear rules and then execute against that setup. If you're looking for a new or different trade every week, you're never going to get to consistency. The only way to do it is to act consistently in your trading, and then you'll get to consistent profits and a P&L that looks more like this, with a dip and a move higher and a little dip and a move higher, than a P&L that looks like this. And that's what most people are approaching me with, is a P&L where they're making $1,000 in one day, making 500 the next, losing 800, making 1,000, and then losing 3,000 at the end of the week. And it's because they're not executing against well-defined setups. They don't have rules behind the setups that they do have, and they're basically doing nothing in their trading consistently. What I try to do with this channel is show people relatively simple setups that are easy to execute against on a consistent basis. You can do it over and over. The setups show up basically every day in the market, and you don't need to understand 25 different indicators with 500 lines on your chart to know what these setups are. So what I wanted to do today is just go over these setups as they appeared this morning in the market. The first setup was a power bar off the open. And someone actually sent me an email question about this power bar versus the reversal strategy off the 20. This power bar SMA directional strategy, which I have an indicator for, which is linked in the comments below. Again, you don't need the indicator to see the pattern, but it points it out if you want a little bit of help. So this is a power bar near the 20, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. The indicator actually fired in the pre-market. If anyone was up at 7 a.m. trading, that wouldn't have been me. But if you're trading at the open, this indicator picks up a power bar, and these are the rules, right? The simple rules. A power bar that originates at or near the 20, clears, in this case, support to the immediate left, which this bar does, and is moving in the direction of the trend, or if the trend is flat, it can be moving in either direction. What I don't want with this trade is a power bar that fires through the 20 when the 20 is heading in the opposite direction of that power bar. That's a different trade and a different setup for me. This one needs to be moving with the trend, or if the if the trend is flat, it can move in either direction. The indicator picked up the firing of the power bar through support, and then there was a really nice trade, right, from an entry of around 591, let's call it 591.25 in the Qs, all the way down to 588.66. Those who've been around trading will also note it was a 1, 2, 3 setup that was happening at the same time, but you don't need to know that. You just need to know power bar off the 20 with the rules I just went through. Really nice trade. The stop is above the power bar. So this indicator fired off this trade. Then a trade that I literally did a video on yesterday, the waterfall trade, played out. For the waterfall trade, I want to see action like this, a rapid decline that looks like a waterfall. When I see this, I drop to the 1 minute chart. I'm going to take off the power bar directional right now so that it doesn't clutter the chart. I go to the 1 minute chart, which is here. I'll make it bigger. So this had fired off here. So this is my waterfall happening right here. I'm looking for a green candle to finish above the entire red candle just prior to the green candle. So it needs to finish above the body and above the wick. The green candle needs to close above that entire candle. That does not happen here. The next green candle is here. It doesn't close above this red candle. The next green candle is here. It doesn't close above this red candle. The next green candle is here, and it does close completely above this red candle. In this trade for me, again, the waterfall trade, that's my entry. So I'm long Qs at this point. My stop is below this base. Once this happens and we start moving higher, I flip to the 5 minute chart. And now what I'm looking for in the trade is a return to the falling 20 on the 5 minute chart. So I'm looking to enter this trade. And remember, when the trade happens initially, I'm going to move it here. I don't know where exactly this falling 20 is going to intercept the next candle, but that's the target I'm looking for. It happens here at 591 and a quarter. So basically a move from 589, call it 589 and a quarter to 591. So $2 in the Qs off the waterfall trade. Again, super simple rules. You only need the 20 and to look at the 1, 2, and 5 minute charts. Then it just so happened, going back to the 2 minute chart, that the opening power bar strategy fired off here. On this move above the pre-market low, we get a power bar, basically all of these bars combined, that cleared this resistance that actually isn't built into the power bar indicator. I'm just looking for a power bar that fires off near the pre-market low. And that proceeds to move up from 592.90 to 595. So another 2 points. Again, on a super simple setup, the stop is the base of the power bar that's marked by the indicator here. It never triggered, and we had a really nice bounce in the Qs. Again, to get to consistency, you have to have clear setups. You can't be going after every shiny object and every shiny trade that's out there. Just pick some, whether it's these or other setups that you get from somewhere else, and execute against those setups, which should have a positive expectancy, meaning they win more than they lose. But if you execute against those setups consistently that have a positive expectancy, mathematically, it's very difficult not to make money trading those kinds of setups. So again, this is 3 different setups that are very simple. They all activated this morning with the dip that we had in Qs. All 3 were profitable. All 3 were simple entries, simple stops, and all 3 moved well in the direction intended by the setup. And again, you don't need indicators like the opening power bar and the power bar SMA directional on your screen. You can see the power bar forming, but if you want them to help show you exactly what's happening because you're stressed out at the open or anxious about what to do, those are linked to at the top of the comments below. And if you'd like the cheat sheet on the opening power bar strategy, just comment power in the comments and I'll send you a free cheat sheet that describes the strategy and exactly how it works. I hope this video helped you on your way to become consistent in your trading. If it did, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll keep making videos around simple setups. Thanks for watching.